Hey, it's day 5. Wow, it's a little bit bittersweet because it's the last day. Ooh, the week went by extremely fast. But it's been a blessing and an honor to have you with me this week. So I'm going to just wait to find out from you if you can hear me okay, if you can see me. Um, yes, so if you can hear me or see me okay, just type yes in the comments and I will know that you're hearing me and you're seeing me okay. Welcome to day 5. If you're hearing some background noise, it is raining a little bit, so that's what you're hearing. Hey, Adrice, I'm great. I'm glad you can hear me and you can see me. Before we start, I just want to make sure that you turn off anything distracting. So if it's beeping, if it's buzzing, if it's vibrating, just turn it off so that we can really get the most out of today. Also, make sure you grab your notebook if you haven't grabbed your notebook yet. So make sure you grab your notebook and make sure you grab something fun to drink and let me know what you're having. I'm going to just share what I'm having today. So I'm looking for some guesses. And yeah, it's going to be a really fun 50 minutes to an hour today. So guess what I'm drinking and let me know what you're having. But I also want to know what you found most helpful so far during our time together. And also, I'll do a quick recap, what we went through on the different days. But if there was something that you found really helpful, then let me know. And it would just be great to get your feedback. But I'm really grateful for you taking your time out. I know time is our most precious commodity, and you taking your time out to spend the last 5 days with me. It says not only that you really want your business to flourish, but you really care about your growth and making your life different. And for that, I'm giving you a big round of applause. And just thank you for trusting me enough to let me have these last 5 hours with you. Well, it's 4, but it'll be 5 by the end of tonight. So thank you so much. Thank you very much. And I also want us to really big up my team. If you've been in touch with Adrice or Alexia, they have really done wonderfully this week in terms of making sure that you knew where your manual was and answering your questions. So I don't have a questionnaire, but I could definitely create one, and just definitely feel free to just send me any comments or thoughts you have. Feel free to put in the chat as well. But yeah, I definitely would love your feedback. Things that went great, things that you thought I could have done better at in terms of delivery, in terms of you hearing, in terms of me explaining the content better. So I definitely love your feedback. I think the more honest we are with our feedback, then the better we are in terms of me improving and me being able to share this message in a more effective way. So I definitely look forward to your feedback. So yeah, I want to just pick up my team, Alexia and Adrice. If you just give them a thumbs up, some love, a clap or something, because they did really amazing this week. And I'm still waiting for some guesses. So I am going to sip, and when I sip, you type. So your key, not key, but your indicator, that's not the word I'm looking for, but I'll use that. Your indicator to type would be when I sip. So take a look. Can you see? Let me move it on this side. Let's see if you can see better. Can you see? So yeah, guess what I'm drinking? And also too, just by you putting comments in the chat and commenting, then that way I could definitely answer your questions better. I could give you as much information as I possibly can. So yeah, definitely, I'm loving your participation. I'm loving your comments. So let me know what you found useful this week so far. And then once you do that, then I will move on. But I'm waiting for guesses on what I'm drinking. And let me know what you're drinking as well, because it's two-way conversation. It's not all about me. So I'd like to know what you're drinking and what you're having. Yay, Afria, yay for the team. They did great. They really did amazing. Also, if you're catching the replay, when you do come on, just type replay in the comments so that I could see and follow that you're watching the replay. There's some lime in there, but there's another lovely fruit, and it's a little bit. It's a one notch above water. It's one notch above water. So take a look. You can see the lime, and you can see the water's a little bit different colored. And yeah, so take a guess. Lucy says, all week has been tremendous. My takeaway points: create a clear strategy to avoid procrastination and all fears are fears of emotion. Yes, awesome. Great. Any more guesses on what I'm drinking? Not quite. No, not Five Finger. That was the other night. Take a look. It begins with G, if that helps. I choose me no matter what is my new mantra. Become the genius of your body. That's fantastic. Definitely. I think that is beautiful, Lucy. So I'm going to go ahead and just put that up. Oops, sorry, wrong one. I'm going to just go ahead and put that up for a second. But yes. There's no guava. It's another G word. You could only find it mainly in Montserrat. Keep guessing. I love when you guess. So while you're guessing, today we are going to go ahead and talk about mindset. And for me, creating $1 million mindset is really going to be key in how we flourish. Also today, we are going to just do a quick recap of what we did during the week. And then also, I am going to share with you how we can continue together, if you choose to, in the 90-Day Flourish program. So that's what we're going to do today. So after you give up already? So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So we're going to talk about mindset and how really critically important it is to have the right mindset to get your business to really flourish, to have the right mindset to make sure that in terms of your energy levels and how you see things, because things are going to come up that is going to throw us off sometimes. And having the right mindset, having $1 million mindset is going to be so critical in terms of us flourishing. Okay, I'm seeing a few people throwing in the towel, which makes me sad because I had a special prize I wanted to give away, but I'm going to see if Lucy knows. I'm going to put this up one more time, hoping that somebody guesses. So while I'm talking, if you give up, just type "give up," and I'll tell you what it is. But it's just really important that we have the right mindset, so that when things come up and things happen in our life, that we don't give up as easily, and we have the right tools and the right strategy to make sure that we are moving forward and we're making the necessary steps. So if that's something that you're interested in learning more about, type yes, yes, so that I know that you're interested in learning more about mindset. Okay, so Lucy's saying not yet. I'm not sure if you're not giving up yet or you aren't sure. So if you want me to tell you what it is, just say tell me, and I will just tell you what's in my glass. So one of the things that we spoke about earlier was a lot of times we seek permission. We're seeking permission and we're seeking validation from outside forces. So we want to, we're waiting until we are the right weight, or we're waiting, what's the right strategy for guessing my drink? Maybe ask someone in Montserrat what the the G fruits are. So okay, I will tell you. So it's golden apple. So it's golden apple, coconut water, and some fresh lime. That was fun though. And Adrice, you love golden apple. It's your favorite. You eat them green. So I'm thinking that you would have known right away. Anyway, yeah, we're waiting for permission, to be the right way, to be in the right relationship. We needed to have graduated. We need to get this degree. We need to have the perfect family, or we need to make sure our kids are this age, or whatever it is. I know I used to use excuses with, oh, I'm too young, or I'm too young. I need to. People won't take me seriously. And then when we get older, then we think, oh, we're too old to start doing something. Or an excuse I had was, oh, I smile a lot, and so people may not take me seriously because I'm always smiley. And we come up with all these excuses of why we can't do something. So we come up with the excuse of, oh, I need somebody to give me permission to do the next thing. And no one is going to give you permission. There isn't going to be a thunderous voice, and the heavens are going to open up, and God is going to say, now is the right time. Do it now. No, you're not going to hear those echoey, thunderous noises and sounds. So if there's something you want to do, even if you're not sure, then just start. I know, and one thing that I find really interesting is, do you know the Wright brothers? If anyone's familiar with the Wright brothers and who they are, just type yes, because it's a really fascinating story. And if you do, type yes, and also put in what they were famous for. And yeah, it would really make this story fun. But yeah, we're waiting for the right permission. We're waiting for people to validate us. And one of the things that is so critical and so important in terms of your mindset is thinking beyond the short term. So I know the journey that we're going to be going through together is a 90-day journey, which is just 3 months, which is short term. But what we're doing is laying the foundation. But when you start in business, sometimes we get the impression that we need to accomplish like a whole lot in a year, or a whole lot. And with the right strategies, you can. But if you think of your business in terms of, this is what I'm going to be doing for the long haul, this is what I'm doing for the long run. So we have a long range thinking versus just thinking for the short term. If we have a longer term perspective, then we realize that, we're going to fail and make mistakes up front. But if we are in the business of really creating value for our customers, and we are in the business of really turning our passion into something that's profitable, then we realize, okay, I'm in this for the long haul. And so even if I'm failing fast. I'm making mistakes up front so that I could get those out the way and get my business going. Is that making sense? If it is, just type yes. And yeah, FAA, they were responsible for the first flight. But guess what? The Wright brothers did not have a pilot license. They didn't wait for permission. And obviously, I'm a little bit, you know, I'm a little bit sarcastic when I say they didn't have a pilot license. And obviously they wouldn't, because they were the first ones to come up with the plane. But if they were waiting around saying, oh, I need to get this, I need to get a license to do this and a license to do that, none of us would have been able to create international flights. I mean, nobody's going anywhere now. I mean, a few of us are, but most of us are staying put. But you get my point. You know what I mean? The whole airline industry would not have opened up, and we would not have had the ability of travel and connectedness that we do if the Wright brothers were waiting for permission and waiting for someone to tell them, oh, it's okay. And you know what happened? People were laughing at them. People thought they were crazy. People thought, these guys are out of their mind. You know, if God wanted us to fly, he would have made us birds. And one of the good things, which is one of the untold stories of the Wright brothers, is that when one brother was feeling down and they tried something and the plane would fall and crash, the other one would say, you know what, on the next try, we will make it. On the next try, this is going to work. And that's why it's important to have accountability. And accountability is actually a part of our journey, which is going to be on the 90-day journey. But accountability, and have someone to say, it's okay. You know what I mean? Like, failure is just part of making progress. We're not going to get it right the first time. So if it's one thing I could get you to write down, is you don't have to be perfect. You know what I mean? You don't have to be perfect to start. No one ever is. And one of my favorite sayings is, you know, you don't have to be a master at something to start, but in order to become a master at something, you do have to get started. I'm going to say that again. You don't have to be a master of something to start, but to become a master, to become really good at your business, to become really good at creating the life that you want, to become a really great writer, to get your bookkeeping business to really flourish, to become a world-class architect, then you definitely need to start. And then once you start, you become better. You know, you make your mistakes, you get over it. And a mistake and a failure is just an indication of, this didn't work so well. You know what I mean? This didn't work the way I wanted it to work, but I'm going to use my feedback. I'm going to use the tools that I have now and pivot them so I could be much better. Is that clear? If you're following me, type yes. And also, I'd like someone to type in the comments. You don't have to be a master at something to start, but you have to start to become a master. Also, too, I want you to let me know what you're drinking as well, what fun drink you're drinking, because I want to make sure you're staying hydrated and that your body stays well alert, and that you're doing great. I know it's Friday night, I know it's the end of the week, so I want to make sure that you're in the best health and vibration possible. So yeah, go ahead and type that in for me. And I'm just going to do a quick recap. Be in your business for the long run. Don't look at, oh, short term, this isn't working. If you continually show up for your clients, if you continually show up for your business, then your business would definitely take off and flourish, because you're taking your business seriously, you're showing up consistently, your customers and your clients are used to you being there, and you learn something. It's like that karate saying by was it Bruce Lee? And he was saying, I am not afraid of the guy with 10,000 different moves. What really scares me, and I'm just paraphrasing him, so if you're a Bruce Lee fan, forgive me. What really scares me is the guy who learns one move and have practiced it at least 10,000 times and have mastered it. So yeah, my thing, what's important to me is becoming masterful at what you're doing by having a really great roadmap, having repeatable action steps, know where you're going, have a strategy so that you know what's going to be happening each day, the next day. You're completely inspired and motivated to work on your business, and you're willing to allow yourself to do the different things and different strategies to help your business to grow. So you're having water Afrier, and Lucy, you're having lemon and strawberry infused water. Oh, that's great. That sounds delicious. Yeah, that sounds really, really delicious. And what about you, Adrice? What are you having? So if this resonated with you in terms of being masterful and not waiting for permission, then just type yes in the comments, and we'll definitely go from there. Okay, you're having water. But yeah, so things are going to work out not the way you're expecting sometimes. Sometimes things are going to disappoint you in terms of you putting in a lot of effort and things didn't work out the way you wanted. But I always say just keep at it, keep going. And sometimes you may need, and you will need, guidance in terms of, okay, where am I off course? Have a recap and be able to relook at what you did. So almost like a what's it called? Not a summary. I'm saying autopsy, but it's not autopsy. It's, like when you do a project at the end. You knew what you have at the end of your event. Words are failing me at this time, but just type it in for me. But you have a review of, how it went. What did I do? What did I do correctly? What could I have improved on? What were my wins? You know what I mean? What could I have been more effective with? So you have your wins, and always celebrate your wins. Yeah, it's a review, but it's another word they call it. Yeah, we'll just use review for simplicity. But at the end of, say, you had a play or a an event, at the end you have like I guess I'll use review. Thanks, Lucy. We'll just do a review. Yeah, a postmortem. It's a different word I'm looking for as well, but it's almost like a postmortem. So each month, what we'll do in the journey is, like, we look at what actions did we take this month. How did this help us toward our goals? Did I do these effectively? What were my wins? Because a lot of times we don't celebrate our wins. So we actually are quite hard on ourselves. We're quite hard on the progress we've made. And if you look at your progress over 6 months, 90 days, a year, you'd realize if you're doing actions daily, actions monthly, actions quarterly, at the end of the year, you've made a lot more progress than you've given yourself credit for. But yeah, it's not quite that word. I'm going to remember what the word is. But thank you for helping me to jog my memory. I don't remember what the word is. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I think you're following me in terms of what we're going to be doing. And what I'd like you to do in your life is, like, just do a review do like a week in review or a month in review. So you realize you've actually made progress and you've grown. And so it avoids you being really hard on yourself. And if you're taking time to celebrate your wins as well, then you're realizing you're making more progress than you actually thought you did. So one of the things that we'll do is like a year in review. Like, what did we do this year? Where do we want to go in 2021? And create a strategy to make sure that your 2021 is mapped out properly, and that you have the tools to make sure that each day, each week, each month, you know exactly what you need to do, when you need to do it, and why this is important to you. Thanks, Lucy. We'll just use assessment and evaluation, but it wasn't the word that was at the tip of my tongue, but it doesn't matter. But thank you, guys. I appreciate it. But yeah, it's really important that we celebrate our wins. If there's something that you did this week because of what you learned, celebrate that. If there's something that you did differently because of something you learned, celebrate that, because it's celebrating your growth. It's celebrating you taking action and you moving forward in terms of your growing and your growth and your life progressing. I know for me, like sometimes, and I learned that especially when I had gotten sick, for me, it was really important to take time away from what I was doing and put myself in an environment where I had no choice but to get well and to grow. And sometimes it's just really important that you put yourself in an environment around other people whose whole way of whose mojo, whose way of being is really about growth and creating strategy and making sure that they're progressing and going to the next level. So for me, what that meant was taking time off. And I know as women, sometimes we put everybody before ourselves, and we don't take time off to focus strategically on our health, our wellness, our business, or even just like taking time off for self-care. Could be just taking that hour that you need on the weekend to just go get a massage, or just go for a walk, or just do something that is going to really bring your body and your mind back into balance. So yeah, it's really important sometimes just put yourself in an environment where you're flourishing, and you're taking time out to do what is necessary for you to grow. Do we have any questions? Are you following? Is this making sense? Is there something that I've said that resonated so far? If there is, go ahead and type it in the comments below. So I'm just going to give you a quick second to go ahead and type that. And then we'll go into, if you have your workbook, it talks about making quantum leaps with the STAR method. And you're probably wondering, what is the STAR method? Why does she keep talking about the STAR method? So I'll just wait for you to just type in if that celebrating your growth. It's like, as a parent, you're growing up with a child, and you're seeing the child every day, so you don't notice how much progress your child is doing, or how much growth the child is making. And then a year passes by, and you go visit some family, or you go and run into friends that you haven't seen for a while, and they're like, wow, look how much your child has grown, look how big he is. Or if you're on a journey of weight loss, and you're doing it every day, so you're not noticing how much growth you've made, or how much activity you've made. And then someone sees you and you're like, wow, you look amazing, or just you work on yourself, and you become differently, and you shine differently in the world, and somebody sees you and go, wow, you have a really nice glow about you. And you looking at yourself every day, or being in that same environment, you're not noticing your growth. You're not noticing how much progress you've actually made. But when you actually do the assessment or the review, like a month from how you were a month ago, you realize, wow, I've made quite a bit of change. Or you do 6 months to compare to how you were when you just started. You're like, yeah, I've definitely made changes and things have happened. But it's important. It's required that you're consistent. It's required that you actually be in your business for the long haul, and that it's something that you actually keep at, and you keep every day, even if you fail, even if things don't work out the way you want them to work out, you continue every day to move forward and to make progress. Afria says, Lucy says, celebrating your growth. Afria says, placing yourself in an environment where you have no choice but to heal and change and grow. Absolutely. Your environment is so critical. Your environment is so critical to your mindset. And having the right strategy is important as well. But for me, it's more important to have the help with implementation, because if you do a Google search, or if you pick up, any book on business or growth, the information is there. So it's not like we're missing the information, but sometimes what we're missing is actually having the help in terms of implementing that strategy, implementing that new idea, implementing that new thought process, so that we have the help in terms of making that strategy stick. Because it's not really about strategy, although strategy is important, but it's really about having the help to implement that strategy so that you're actually getting results that are repeatable, and that you're actually working on a vision that's important for your life. Yeah, if that does that make sense? Are you following what I'm saying? So yeah, it's really important that we have help in terms of implementation. It's really important that we are in an environment where we're able to implement that strategy, so that we can definitely move forward, and we can definitely grow, and that we could definitely maintain our consistency in our business. Because I find with business, it's easy to get excited at first, but if our vision isn't clear and we don't have the right strategy, the first time, or well, not first time, but the first couple of times that something doesn't go away, we give up, and we give up too soon. So our sticking power isn't there. So we give up and say, "Oh, this isn't working," or you blame yourself, and you become down on yourself, and you think, "What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? Why everybody else?" And you're looking at other people progressing, and you compare yourself, and you think, "How come they're doing so good and I'm not doing as well?" You say, "I'm a bright woman, I'm a bright girl, I'm a smart girl, I'm a smart person. Why am I not doing well?" But one, you don't know how long they've been at and how consistent they are. You don't know if they have a coach or help in the background helping them along. You don't know how much times they tried and they tried and tried, and things didn't work, but they never gave up. They continued along. And I'm not saying that, like all businesses, if your business is losing money, then you need to change strategy so your business isn't losing money. If you've outgrown a certain business type and you need to grow, then obviously the strategy change is important. But at least, keep at it for a little while, see what's working, keep trying, and don't just give up at the first time something comes that throws you off a little bit, or you thought like, "Oh, I did this video, and no one responded, no one commented on it," or I had this series or this program, and I didn't have a lot of people show up to it, and you feel defeated. But don't, keep going. Remember, you don't have to be a master to start, but to become a master, you just definitely need to keep going and just have that sticking power, and just have like a group, be in an environment where there are people that's supporting you and keep you going. Is that clear? Is that making sense? I know for me, like I've invested money, before in like coaching and different programs, and sometimes I didn't get the result that I wanted to get. And there were times I was like, what is it that's causing me not to get that result? Why is it that didn't work for me? And I found that there was a gap. Like for me, the gap was breaking through that fear of what would happen if I was extremely successful, Or for me, sometimes in some of the programs, the implementation wasn't there. So for me, it's really important to have implementation. But it's also really important to actually dig deep and know and help people to figure out what is it that they're afraid of would happen if they actually got the result that they said they wanted. Because as I spoke about in day one, sometimes our fear of success actually keeps us back from actually taking the action, because we don't want people to like us for the wrong reasons. Like for instance, if we became ultra successful, we might think people might just like us for our our wealth, or you might think that people may come up to you asking you for money, and you don't want to say no because you don't want to seem like a bitch person. Or you might feel like, okay, if I attain this level of success, I might outgrow my family, I might outgrow my friends, and I'll be alone. And I always think of it this way, there's nothing wrong with moving forward and going for your dream. And along the way, you will find people to help you. And it's not designed for everyone to be with you in your journey. My thing is, you can always create new friendships, but it doesn't mean that you have to abandon your old friends. You could love them, but they may not be the person you bring along with you in your business. But it doesn't mean that you have to abandon them completely. Do you see what I'm saying? And then sometimes people are with, or people allow your your place, or where you are and what you're doing in life to define you. So for instance, people may say, oh, such and such a person is this way, and because people think they know you as a certain way, when you try and do something differently, or you're growing and changing your way of being, people look at themselves and they feel intimidated because they're not moving forward. And so they try and project their inactivity on you, and they try and make you feel bad for you wanting to be better. And you don't need to apologize to anybody for you wanting to make your life better. You know what I mean? So if they're not willing to move forward and grow, that doesn't make it a good reason for you to stay stuck in that position. Love them where you are, but realize that you were given that special gift. You were given that God-given talent for you to shine and for you to move forward. And so new friendships, new partnerships will open up once you kick that door down and you decide to move forward. But if you stay stuck, you're actually robbing the world. You're actually being selfish. You're robbing the world from actually sharing your gifts and actually giving the food that only you can cook and create properly. Is that clear? Is that making sense? Afri says, yes, I tend to give up too easily. And yeah, these are necessary reminders. Thank you. Yeah, it's really important that we decide, like, I'm going to do this no matter what, and having people around you that sometimes hold you accountable and give you that nice kick in the ass that says, I'm not going to let you give up so easily. No matter what, I am going to help you to get to your next level, no matter what. Is that clear? Is that making sense? Okay, so I know I kind of went off the tangent, but it's just really important for me to just share how important it is not to require permission from anybody to be amazing. It's important that you move forward and you do what is on your heart and what you're meant to do. What is it that you're passionate about? What is it that you choose to do to make sure that you're giving the food, your gift, you're creating that food so people aren't starving and people are not left. People are benefiting from the food that you're sharing. So we are going to go into the STAR method. So the STAR method is just something, it's a methodology that I created for our 90-day Flourish journey. And so the STAR, like each letter stands for a different strategy, it's an acronym for what we're going to be covering in the 90-day program. So the S is your strategic vision. So we're going to create a strategic vision of what you want your 90 days to look like, what you want your 6 month goals to look like, what we want our year goals to look like. And we're only going to do it for not, we're only going to do Flourish for 90 days because I want you to get a taste in terms of what it's like to really have someone hold your hand and help you so you could create quantum leaps so that they're actually repeatable strategic actions you can do in the next 90 days. So at least there's one goal that you would have achieved that would move your business and your life forward. So the S, and if somebody could type that in the chat for me, the S is for strategic action, strategic vision. So S is for your strategic vision. That's the S in the STAR system. And then the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to take back your time. So we're going to make sure that you're working on the right things at the right time. We're going to make sure that at the end of the 90 days that you become ultra productive. I'm not sure if you quite remember, but on one of the days we spoke about not procrastinating, doing a brain dump, doing those things that were important to you, doing your A, B's, and C's, and making sure that you're working on the big rocks that's most important. And then the things that are least important, then you would go ahead and let me put this here. The things that are least important, you could either delegate those out or ignore those for right now. But the first thing you want to do is really focus on the rocks. So that is part of taking your time back because you're going to be focusing on those things that's extremely important to you. So if someone else can type in for me what the T is, which is taking back your time, then I'd really appreciate that. Then the next thing that we're going to be doing is, which is the A, is we're going to be amplifying your energy. And yesterday we spoke about different ways that you could create energy in your body. So it's not just all about business, but it's important that you have the health and the energy to make sure that when your business grows, when your business is flourishing, then you have the energy to make sure that you can deal with a business that is taking off and moving forward and you don't crash and burn. Because one of the things that we're afraid of is, as much as we say we want success, we're afraid that if our business gets too big, we're going to burn out and we're going to end up like wasted, end up not having any energy, end up not being able to spend the time with our family and our friends because, we're spending so much time. We're spending so much time with, our business and not spending time on what's important to us. So let me put that back. Thank you for typing that. So yeah, the T is for sorry. I'm trying to being copilot. So yeah, the A is for amplifying your energy, and we're going to go ahead and show that. So I want to make sure that you're doing exercises, you're breathing correctly, you're zapping the fear before it starts, or when it starts and it comes up, you're able to have the tools to be in connection, being in tune with your emotion, and you feel the fear. We're humans, emotions are going to come up. It's just part of our human journey. So you feel the fear, but then you're able to handle it. You're able to deal with it. You're able to deal with it correctly in terms of your energy, not just feeling the emotions, but you're also able to eat the foods that are not going to make you tired. You're not going to feel run down. You know what I mean? You're going to do exercises that's going to work on your body so that you feel lit up from the inside out. So you feel more energized so that you have energy to work on your business so you're not burnt out. Because one of the big fears that we have is that if our business gets to the next level, and I'm going to ask you this, Lucy, for a second. If you had 20 new clients in your bookkeeping business, would you feel excited or would you be a little bit scared? Would you feel that you can handle the extra load? Do you feel that you can handle all the extra clients that come in. And for some people it might be scary because you're not sure how to deal with all the extra the business. You're scared that you might run out and you'll be in the office all day long. So, making sure that we amplify our energy so that we can deal with the extra business, making sure that we have a strategic vision, making sure that we're taking back our time so that we know that we deal with what's important and we're doing the right things at the right time versus just being busy. It all ties together. And then what I want to do, which is what the R stands for, is I want to make sure that your results are repeatable. So if we're taking you from expanding your business, we're helping you to get your first client, your second client. We're helping you to help move your business online, whatever it is that we're devising in that strategic visioning, making sure it's repeatable. So you do it once, helping you to get the success, and then you repeat it again. So you do it once, you're able to repeat it again, and you have repeatable results. So that's what the R is for. So if someone can type repeatable results in the chat, then I would really appreciate that as well. Okay, great, Lucy. So you'll be excited. Good. Yeah, sometimes we feel like, wow, like I have all this extra business. What am I going to do? I'm going to be stuck with doing all this work and I'm never going to get any free time. But being able to strategize your time, being able to focus on the important things, have the rocks in the right place, be energized, have your energy in the right place. Yeah, definitely creating a system so that you can help more people. I'm going to say this a million times because I want to make sure that you realize that you are creating food so that the right people who are hungry, who need what you have to offer, are able to benefit from your offer, be able to benefit from your offering, be able to get their life changed, be able to get their business organized, be able to get their books in order so they don't get audited by the IRS, being able to get their books in order so that, they you can make decisions that's meaningful and timely. So if you have the right information, the right accounts, the right information, and you're able to help people with your bookkeeping team and your bookkeeping business, then a business owner can make decisions and say, okay, I need to focus on this line item. I need to spend less on this, whatever the case is. I'm sure you understand. I'm sure you more than understand what I'm saying, Lucy. So yeah, having repeatable results, having a strategic vision in place so that you know what is it that you're doing at the right time, creating the plan in place to make sure that this works and this works for you. So yeah, this is what the STAR method is for. And so what we're going to be doing is we'll be doing it over a 90-day period. And so we start this on, I think it's Tuesday, December the 15th is when we do the group program starts, and we go on till around March the 16th. So it's 90 days, and each week we meet and we meet, and we work on different line items of the STAR method each week. So we make sure at the end of the 90 days, you have real results that are repeatable and that it's not just feel good, but there's something and activity that you can take away from the program. Is that making sense? Is that clear? If it is, just type yes. So in terms of the STAR method and in terms of the Flourish journey, it's a 90-day program. And I'd really love if you can join me on the program. And it's really for people who really are committed to having their business grow in a strategic method, who are committed to be surrounded by persons who are actually going to help them with the implementation and not just information, because information is available all the time, but it's more about having implementation and having someone there, to hold your hand, but also to give you the kick in the ass, the kick in the butt that you need to make sure that you're moving forward in a strategic way. So we're going to start the middle of December, which is December the 15th. I think it's on a Tuesday. And we're going to do it around the same time in the evenings. And so I'll just give you the rates for it, what the cost is, how it works, if that's something that you'd like to learn more about. If it is, just type yes. But the program, it is $1,500 for the 90 days. And then if you'd like to pay monthly, then it's $550 each month. And so that special price is in place until Tuesday, and then after Tuesday it goes up to $2,000. So it's Flourish. It's a 90-day journey, and it's $1,500. And I'll go ahead and put the link in the chat in case you're interested. So if you are, I put it in the chat. So I'd really love for you to join me. The first 4 persons that actually join, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have a bonus one-on-one call with them, because the Flourish is a group program. They'll have a bonus one-on-one call where we could actually map out and get your business strategically to come up with a plan so you could get your business moving forward faster. So it's a one-on-one call with me where you actually could go ahead and jumpstart the process. And once you go ahead and book in, then we could go ahead and register and schedule that call out. So yeah, I'd really love to have you on that journey with me. I'd really love if we could continue this journey together. And even if you don't decide to join me, I definitely hope, and I'm so grateful that you joined me this week. I'm so grateful that you spent the last week with me. I really hope that you got value from what I shared. And just go ahead and make sure that you implement some of the things we went through this week, because I'm sure there are things that we went through. You can use this book as a guide to, it's in US dollars. You can use this book as a guide to make changes in your life. So if you'd like to join me later on, then that's fine. Just know that the price later on is going to be different. But definitely, I'd love to have you on this journey with me. But if you choose to not join me right now, definitely use the journal, definitely use the guide to remind you that A, you don't need permission from someone else to flourish. B, always choose you. You are the most important. Choose you. Make sure that you're putting in different things in your body, different things in your mind. You're surrounding yourself with different people. That's going to really help you to get to the next level. Definitely make sure that you're very protective of your energy. Definitely be mindful that, each time that you do something to help you to choose you, then you're actually allowing the people that are needing your food, needing what you have to offer. You're not just increasing your own mental well-being, your own business well-being, but you're actually giving back to those people who actually need your food. If you look at your business as just something that is creating food, then it completely opens up a different mindset and different way of thinking in terms of how you present what you have you to offer to the world. So I hope you found this useful. I'll just stay in a little bit longer if you have any questions. I just want to thank you again. Sure. And if you click the program, it'll have some details, but I'll definitely be happy to send you some details more about it as well. And if you'd like, you could send me a message in my inbox, and I'll be happy to hop on the phone with you and answer any questions you have, Lucy. So yeah, I'm definitely happy to answer your questions. But if you click on the link, it'll definitely go through some details with you. And just ask me any questions you have. Send me a direct message, and I'll definitely be happy to set up a call with you where we could go through some of these questions that you have. Any other questions? Any concerns? If this is something that sounds interesting to you, just type yes. And yeah, let me know. I'll definitely love to have you join me. I'll definitely love to have you be on that one-on-one call with me. I'll definitely love to spend the next 90 days with you. So yeah, just remember that we have, I put it in the chat, but I'm not sure if you saw it, but I'll type it here again. Did you see it? Did you see the link? If not, I may have to do it from Facebook, but it might get me echo. If you are having problems seeing the link, I typed it in the chat, but I'm not sure if you saw it. Did you see it? Just type, if you saw it, just type yes. So if you pay in full, it's $1,500. If you want to do a monthly plan, then it's $550. So if you see the chat, let me know. If not, I'll just go to my Facebook page and type it there. But I'm hoping you could see it. Oh, you can't see the link. Okay. All right, let me do this. 1 second. You might be hearing feedback. I'm just switching to a different page. Okay, hold on. Okay, let's see. Okay. Let's see here. 1 second, guys. Let's see. Let me try this from my phone. That's interesting. Okay, we can't see the link. Have a quick. Okay, hold on 1 second. I thought everyone could see my comments here. Let's see. Let me. Hold on. Let's see. You can't see the link. Let's see here. Okay, hold on 1 second. Okay, hold on 1 second. Can you see it now? Can you see it now? Yes, no? Let's see. Okay. Tell me if you can see it. How many of you can see it now? Okay, great. Okay, awesome. So yeah, go to the link. There should be some more information on there. I set up a membership site in Kajabi, which is going to be really private, and we're going to have a special Facebook group. So when you go in there, the weeks are going to be there, but it's not going to be populated because we haven't done the weeks yet. So just know when it's going to ask for like your membership. It's going to ask you to create a password to go into the private membership site. But when you go on there, you'll just see the weeks, but there won't be any content in them yet. And that's because we're just starting. So yeah, let me know if you have any questions so far. Let me know if you found the 5 days useful. Just promise me that you're always going to choose you no matter what. Just promise me. Um, the price stays the same until Tuesday, and then the price goes up after that to $2,000. But there's really no deadline. But the group is going to start at the same time. So once the group starts, then I don't think I'll be letting other people in. So once we have a group, I want to make sure that as a group we're cohesive. So it's open until the group starts, but the special initial price is until Tuesday. So it'll be Tuesday at midnight, Montserrat time. I guess I could make it Eastern time. So yeah, the price is the same until Tuesday at midnight, and then after that it goes up to $2,000. So you're saving $500 by joining us early. Does that answer your question? But yeah, let me know if you found this helpful. Let me know if you enjoyed it. As I mentioned earlier, if you can promise me you're always going to choose you, you'll never abandon yourself, you don't need permission, you're going to make sure that you're eating those foods that are going to amplify your energy, you're going to make sure you're doing those exercises that's going to make you feel, you're going to use all your lungs to breathe, you're going to make sure that you're feeling the fear, but using strategies to handle it. So always make sure that you put the big rocks in, and then fill your life with the big rocks so that the little rocks don't take up this space. If you have any other questions, let me know. But I want to just thank you so much again. I apologize about the link. I'm not sure why it wasn't showing earlier. I'm wondering if it was showing on YouTube, actually. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Actually, it has like a YouTube thing there. Oh well, technology. I'm still learning it. I just want to thank you again. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm looking forward to welcoming each of you into Flourish Journey, and it's going to be a fun 90 days. I can't wait to see what we create inside. Also, if there's anyone that you know will flourish and benefit from them as well, have them go ahead and look at the videos, have them join the group. But at the end of the Tuesday, we're going to remove the videos. I'll put them up in our membership group so that you have access to those. So you'll get that once you join. But we're going to, the videos are no longer going to be available after Tuesday as well. However, what we will do in the group is we're going to have like weekly videos that's going to be helpful. It's just that these ones won't be up anymore. You're welcome, Afriye. I'm really glad you joined us. I'm glad you were able to spend the last 5 days with us. Just type quickly below what you got out, what value you got from the last 5 days. And I also want us to just give a big shout out again to my team, Alexia and Adrice. They really made sure, did their best to make sure that you all felt welcome, that you got your question answered. So just give a big I want to give a big thank you to them. And if you can just shout out and tell them thank you as well, that'd be great. You're welcome, Adrice. Thank you. You guys did amazing this week. Great. So if you have no questions, I will, I'll say bye. It's a little bit bittersweet, but it's been a great, it's been a great 5 days. I hope you enjoyed receiving information as much as I enjoyed sharing it with you. So thank you so much. And on that note, I'm going to say bye-bye. I'll see you guys in the group. Take care. Bye-bye.